Hey guys, John here. Today we're in Atomika from Cherry Audio, and we're not going to be making a very specific patch today. We're just going to be experimenting like we did in college. So here we go. Let's go to a new preset and listen to this glory. Beautiful. Okay, so let's first off here we have the mixer. So let's bring oscillator 2 out of the mixer. We're just listening to this first one. I kind of listen to some of these waveforms because that's what I did when I first got this, and also when I first got the mini Polivoks mini version. I just kind of listen to the waveforms themselves and see what kind of characteristics that you notice. Because if we have a lot of different synthesizers, we're so familiar with what their default saw wave sounds like, their squares, their pulses, and so on and so forth. So this here is the first oscillator on the square wave. Now, right now we're in mono mode, so our number of voices here on the left were in mono. So let's go maybe to 8 or something like that for now. I like this one. It's warm, but it's also buzzy at the same time. I know that maybe kind of sounds like it counteracts it, but hey, you know, it's the charm of it. So if you turn this to the right, we have our first pulse here. Then we have another pulse here, narrow. And then to the left, we have our saw wave right over here. Now, comparing this to my Polivoks Mini, and maybe I should do a video of that as well, but it sounds very, very similar to these waveforms. And then we have our triangle down here. And again, this does also sound like my mini, where the triangle wave wasn't necessarily as almost closely related to the square wave. It sounded much more round, and it felt like there wasn't really many harmonics on the top as much. Because we hear some of them really high up there. But it sounds much more round, and that's kind of what my mini sounded like as well. And then we have oscillator 2 FM, which is actually really cool. So maybe let's do a square wave for this guy and check this out. So yeah, with that, you can get some really crazy batches there. Okay, so the second oscillator also has the same waveforms and obviously our tuning here, but the second one has a detune feature. So let's go to a new preset here, and we have 2 of these. So we have a square and then we have a saw wave on our second oscillator. And what's interesting, we turn this all the way to the right and it goes up 7 semitones, so a fifth. And again, let's go to maybe 8 voices. Let's get a little more release here in our amp. Now, there's always something magical with this synthesizer, with both of the oscillators up and then just the interaction between the two. There's something, I guess, magical about it. Okay, let's go to a new one here, bring back our voices, and let's check out the noise, because not all the noises sound the same here. Now this is going to be perfect for any kind of percussion sounds as well. Or just to add some grit to your sound there. So let's bring oscillator 1 down here an octave. We're going to be on a square, and I always like mixing a saw and a square with the square 1 octave below the saw wave. this thing just sounds mean. And so here we have a low pass filter, band pass, high pass, notch, and a peak filter, and we have a cool little diagram just in case we don't know what we're doing. Okay, so we have something kind of cool here. Let's check out our effects and see what we can do in here. So we have an ARP, so maybe let's go to a down or something like that. Let's sync it here with our BPM, and maybe, what can we do here? 1 over 16? That's one of my favorite things to do, to make kind of a nasty sound there, you know, quick, no sustain, quick decays, and always having a range of 2. It always just sounds kind of cool. That's wild. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, so that's what I was saying in the video before, is a lot of the patches I've made so far have been more sound effects or soundscapes or atmospheres or something like that, because this thing is kind of perfect for that. It almost sounds like this thing is like ready to explode right in front of my face. And I love it. Okay, so now we have some echo here, or delay, depending on your terminology. So we have digital, tape, and ping pong, and you know, my heart always belongs to ping pong. Maybe do 16 or maybe 4. See how that sounds. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can make so many weird sounds with this thing. Okay, that is pretty cool. Let's check out the tape here. I just love the sound. It's like, it's dirty, it's aggressive. Like I said, it's about to blow up on our face, and it's amazing. And then we have our reverb here. So we got spring, plate, room, hall, and galactic, which, like I was saying before, I'm always a plate reverb guy. That's always just kind of been my go-to. I like that sound the most. And trying out galactic kind of blew my mind. Whatever algorithm this is pretty amazing. I kind of just listen to that tail there. Or what if we slow this down pretty slow, something like that here. Ooh, or we take it off sync and kind of just make something creepy like this. And then boom, something like happens right there. Ooh, maybe also do this the FX modulator with a time. Ooh, there we go. We're going to bring our cutoff down a little bit more. Jeez, that reverb tail is insane. It's almost like there's like a train or something that's kind of just chugging along, and then once it stops, there's this explosion, then there's like thunder and just decadence. I don't know. Good Lord. Okay. So this one's pretty wild. I wonder if we can let's do some interesting sounds here. Maybe. Let's bring this a little bit faster for now. Ooh, there we go. Okay, yeah, so if you modulated the cutoff here, also with modulating the speed at the same time, that would be pretty crazy. Good lord. See, that reverb tail is insane. This galactic algorithm, like I was saying, holy crap. Like, what's that word? There's like when a dystopian, that's what it is. Okay, so yeah, you can make insane dystopian sounds with this type of synthesizer. Or even just kind of making some quick sounds, some quick impulses of a key or something like that, and just using the reverb tail alone from that. Holy crap. So yeah, let's save this here. Go effects. Let's call this FX dystopian. There we go. And keywords end, I guess. I don't know. Save. Okay, I want to save that guy. Okay, let's go for a new one. Let's make something kind of interesting as well. Okay, maybe go to, I guess, 4 or 8, maybe 4. And we haven't really done some of the glides as well. Now, what I find is actually really cool in this glide setting is we see this button or this switch up here, and there's 1 and then 1 plus 2. So, for example, if I took out oscillator 2 and I just have 1 right here in the mix, let's do some kind of exaggerating. So we're sliding, right? However, if I take out 1 and then bring in 2, it doesn't slide on oscillator 2, and that's because this one is up here selected on just 1. So if we wanted both oscillators to slide at the same time, then we turn the switch down here, so 1 and 2. Now it's cool because if we take this off, we know one of them is sliding and the other one's kind of snapping, so we get those, I guess the time it takes for one to slide to the other, it's just this interesting interference between the notes. So yeah, there we go. Now you kind of a cool sound there. See if we can make an ARP out of that guy here. That's interesting. Oh, it's almost kind of video gamey as well. Why not some noise? What's fun about this synthesizer as well is that there has been so many times where I don't really go to make a certain type of sound. I'm just kind of moving some stuff around and you just end up with cool stuff. So that happens a lot in this one. Yeah, that one's kind of interesting as well. Let's see, maybe if we can speed this up a little bit. That's crazy. Yeah, that one's weird as well, too. Yeah, one sounds wild. We got that in there, and then we have oscillator 2, which is kind of beautiful, so kind of mixing those two might be interesting. And let's add a Reaver back in there. Let's check out some of the other ones here. It's our spring. Actually, that does sound kind of nice there. Let's check out the plate here. Those are pre-delay. Yeah, I think I already set that. Maybe do random. That'd be kind of interesting. Yeah, it's cool because it sounds, like I was saying, mean and aggressive in your face, but it can also sound melodic while also being mean and in your face. Then we got a room. That one actually is kind of nice here. And let's try Hall. That's kind of cool. I guess I kind of like the room on this, and that was interesting. Okay, let's save this one and do one more here. So let's go category, I guess, ARP, sad ARP, I guess. That's such a bad name. Okay, keyword, I know. Okay. So something I kind of always like doing, any kind of older synthesizer, just making those classic leads, right? So we have already two oscillators in here, and we could probably go for both saw waves. And maybe mono might be interesting. We'll revisit that. Okay, we're revisiting it right now. Let's go to do. Nah, let's go for it. Okay, that's pretty cool. So what we can do is maybe bring our cutoff somewhere down here, give some good resonance, some envelope depth. Definitely some release. Now that distortion on that filter, man, it's so nice. It's just... Okay, so generally with these kind of patches, you always want to have a little bit of attack on the filter. Kind of get that sound there. Okay, so kind of cool. Let's bring down our cutoff here. I don't know if I want the modulation. Maybe we'll come back to that one there. So I think we're kind of okay here. Maybe a little bit more detuning. Okay, that's kind of cool. So maybe go back to our ARP effects section and let's try out some chorus here. I feel like we're decaying a little too quickly. Their resonance. Okay, so we have that here. Maybe let's add some echo. Maybe tape, we're kind of going in that direction. I always go back to ping pong. Yeah, just how the waveforms just interact with each other with the effects go on, it's quite nice. Okay, so that's just a little fun there. Definitely experiment with some own patches yourself. This one is a lot of fun, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.